today I want to chat about new It bag from Chanel, and it's Chanel 25. Please guys, stay with me. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Oksana. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. Today I want to chat with you about Chanel 25, and I'm gonna kind of making cross-reference with Chanel 22, because to me they kind of almost fulfilling the two similar purposes of someone who is having this handbag in their collection. And personally, when Chanel 22 came to the market, I was considering that handbag several times. And in fact, I went even to one of the, launch date of the specific collection, and I tried that bag in kind of really beautiful dark gray color, and I love it. I love the color. I love the sensation of the handbag. But what was stopping me is that kind of weak spot in Chanel 22 when you're pulling on the chains. It's kind of rubbing against the leather, and it's naturally, it cannot be that it's not gonna get wear out. It's just simply metal rubbing against the leather. Leather is the leather, it's very delicate material, and even if it's a calfskin, even if it's caviar, you're still gonna get that kind of wear, that kind of rubbing. It's a natural, and that's what stopped me, because at the end of the day you're paying certain amount of money, and knowing that the handbag won't last, it's not checking in my books. Because in my humble opinion, when we are buying some kind of, exclusive items like luxury items, first, of course, you're paying for style, meaning like, the branding house. You're paying for exclusivity, because obviously they are not being produced in thousands and thousands of pieces. And of course, you're paying for the quality. That's the whole purpose of buying luxury pieces, that you can really use them and pass them through generations. When I look at the Chanel 22, it doesn't click in me like, it's the handbags that are gonna last for the many years, that you can pass through generations. And as I mentioned, once I tried that bag in size small, actually the very first time I tried that bag, I'm taking back that the gray one I tried after. The very first time I tried that bag, 3 years ago when I traveled to Paris, that's when I tried that bag. It was a small with silver hardware, and I love it. I honestly love it. I actually love it with the silver hardware even more. And then I tried gray at my local boutique in Toronto, but I couldn't pull the trigger for that reason. This new bag, that came, I think it's a great options for someone who is looking for some kind of like a hobo style, kind of relaxed vibe. And I love that they did kind of campaign with Dua Lipa, because it's she's obviously younger. She will be more appealing to the younger generation, and making that bag looking really cool. To my knowledge, there is going to be 3 sizes of that bag. The first time that bag was introduced in denim, I believe, a couple of seasons ago. And I kind of like it. I like it because it was in denim. I was actually even considering, I didn't even know that it's kind of going to be the bags that they're going to produce again and again. I just kind of like the style. The one thing that, so let me actually finish with sizes. So I believe it's going to be size small, medium, and large. Large to me is extremely large. And while I'm talking, I'm gonna do kind of referencing and put in pictures either on my left or right side. And I got this picture mostly from the Instagram, because sadly on Chanel website, sometimes you cannot find anything. I sometimes even wondering why they have a website. You cannot buy anything, you cannot find proper information, but who I am to judge. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, I think the Chanel 25, if I'm gonna kind of compare it to 22, what I really love about Chanel 25, first and most, I'm gonna include the picture, that it has very secure rings just around the chain. So it means the wear of that bag is going to be substantially less compared to Chanel 22, and that's what I love. So you can see the longevity that that bag, obviously, if you're going to take care of it, may last for many years. When it comes to closure, it's similar to their style of the bucket bag, when they just, you're kind of pulling on the drawstring, and that's kind of also cool features. I really love that. I really love that features very much. The side pockets, they're very flat, and they just you know, magnetic closure to my understanding. Obviously you cannot put much in those pockets because they look very flat, but if you want to put, let's say, cell phone, to me they look fairly large, especially if you're going to buy in a large size, or like parking tickets or something like, you know, smaller, you can easily place in these pockets. As I said, comparing to Chanel 22, where you know the major weakest point is those chain rubbing, Chanel 25 wouldn't have that problem at all. What I dislike in Chanel 25 comparing to Chanel 22, because Chanel 22, it's kind of, you know, very flat. It's almost like just two pieces of leather stitched together. So it's not very puffy. I mean, you can bunched up with that leather chains. It creates some kind of puffiness if you're gonna fill up that bag with lots of items. But otherwise, it's very flat bag. It's actually even great for traveling. You can pack it in your suitcase very easily. In comparison to Chanel 25, it really has a width, and it's meant to be worn on the shoulders, so meaning it could really protrude off the body, kind of sticking out. If you don't like that kind of sensation, especially if it's going to be in kind of stiff leather, it may not hang kind of relaxed, doesn't have that relaxed feel in hanging. But I saw on Instagram Chanel 25 in suede, and I absolutely love it. I love that pictures it's in a suede. I think it has that kind of almost like a cozy, kind of like a hugging sensation, and I absolutely love it. Predicting, everybody's screaming right now that it's the next it bag. I mean, of course, it's going to be a trendy, and in general right now it's a trend of kind of more of the hobo bag, kind of relaxed style, and I really dig in this trend. And frankly, I know I usually very careful with the money, I will put it this way. I usually don't try to spend on something that will not sustain the time. But in this bag, in Chanel 25, if I will consider buying, if I'm gonna have my trip to Paris, and I will consider, I actually wanna go to Chanel boutique and see it in Paris, like how it looks like, try it on. I know the practical choice would be black leather. I actually considering this bag in suede. I really love this bag in suede. I think it looks the best in suede. It has that kind of like, you know, careless vibe. And that's what I love about this bag. I think it's going to be very popular with younger people. Let me know what you think of this bag. Do you like it? Do you think it's going to be a trend? Do you think it's going to be popular? Please let me know what you think of this bag. Because frankly, I'm kind of right now torn, because I knew that when Chanel 22 came, I kind of like really wanting, I find this really kind of like cool vibe, and I want to have something like that, something really cool in my collection, but I couldn't. As I said, I tried several times, and I tried when that bag, especially in Paris, when it was way cheaper than right now, because right now I think it's Canadian dollars, it's over 8,000. even for the small size. But I couldn't, because at that time I believe it was around 6,900, but I couldn't still, before taxes. Obviously with the taxes it's over 7,000, but I couldn't pay for it. I don't know, depends, you know, how much this bag is going to be, you know, price wise. I'm hoping that in suede it should be a little bit less, but you never know, it could be opposite, it could be more. Let me know what you think of this bag. I just want to put out that short video because I'm kind of like toying with the idea of buying this bag, but I want to have that feedback. Is it worth it really spending this kind of money on this, again, trendy bag? Do you think it will remains? Because we see that trend, like, you know, with Chanel there is only 2 bags in my, or even one, I would say. It's Chanel Reissue, which is very, very original bags that was created by Gabrielle. Then we will see the Chanel Classic, what was created by Carl, and then we see minis. This is the only bags, in my humble opinion, that will retain value and will always stay in Chanel unless something crazy will happen. We saw Chanel Boy, we saw Chanel Gabrielle, we saw Chanel 19, though Chanel 19 is still in production. I don't know, 22 again, now kind of 22 is going away slightly. Now we see 25. There is always kind of new trends that it comes and go, but nothing really sticks except for the classic handbag and classic mini. So let me know, what do you think of this new Chanel 25? Are you considering buying this bag? If you will consider buying this bag, let me know, would you buy in leather or in suede, or maybe you will buy in denim, like kind of fabric material? Please give me all your advice because I truly need it. Thank you very much for being here with me, and I hope to see you on my next one.